Greetings, everybody. I thought I would do a fast video on some DVDs I got in the mail today and some packages that I received. And so what they are horror anthologies, these DVDs. And first one is from 1972, Asylum. This is by Amicus Productions, which is often confused with Hammer Studios because they were doing these horror anthologies with a similar visual style and with some of the same actors that were doing a lot of the gothic horror for Hammer Studios, but they're not the same. But at any rate, this is 72 Asylum, and I haven't watched this since 1972 when I first saw it in the movie theater, but it is a great horror anthology. And one episode that stands out in particular, I can't remember the name of it, but there was a scene that involved infidelity, and the person responsible for the infidelity was chopped into little pieces and wrapped up with freezer paper and stuffed in the freezer downstairs in the basement. And another scene after that happened was where this individual, I can't remember who it was, if male or female, that did the chopping up, was now being haunted, and she was hearing things, and then she went down in the cellar and opened the freezer door and saw the freshly packaged pieces of meat, nicely wrapped and everything, beginning to move around. So that's all I remember. But this was a great horror anthology, and it's kind of funny too. But the second one, this is Midnight Movies from Fox Productions, and these two films are together on one DVD, and I've heard some interesting reviews on the Vault of Horror, because I hear from a lot of different reviewers that there was a lot of stuff chopped out of this, a lot of stuff deleted because the scenes were too horrific, and I don't know, that maybe they were too gory or whatever, but I heard that a lot of those scenes have been deleted completely from the film. I haven't seen it yet. This is the first time I've seen these on DVD, but if that's true, then I'll be kind of disappointed, but I'd rather have the film with those scenes deleted than not at all. But anyway, I think one of them, in the Vault of Horror, one of the scenes that was probably deleted, I'm thinking, was the a tale called, what was the name of that movie? I just had it on the tip of my tongue a while ago. Wish You Were Here, which is a variation of the Monkey's Paw, which you get 3 wishes. And this guy wished that he would live forever, but he messed up all 3 of the wishes, and he eventually, there was a scene in there where he's being filled with formaldehyde and he's still alive, and then he's screaming in pain, and then they chop him up in the coffin, and his body parts are moving around, and I think that's probably one of the scenes. If it was deleted, that must be the one, but that would be very disappointing. If it is, I'll have to let you know once I see the film. The other one, Tales from the Crypt, is also, I think, 1972. These are both 1972-73. And the one I remember from Tales from the Crypt was that was particularly interesting, was about a painter who was forced to sell his paintings real cheap to the wrong people, who then made a lot of money off his paintings, and he got involved in some kind of supernatural activity where he was able to paint on canvas scenes that would become a reality. And you can imagine what he was trying to do to those people he was seeking vengeance upon. But these are just great horror anthologies, Tales from the Crypt and the Vault of Horror. And they're all from the 72-73 period, based on the EC comics, stories that were originally written by Al Feldstein and William Gaines. And Asylum, check these out. These 3, along with two other horror anthologies that I have in my collection already. The Boris Karloff Black Sabbath, Mario Bava, and the original Creepshow, the first one. These two and these other three that I just showed you are like my top 5 favorite horror anthologies. So I just thought that I'd share that with you. And the next thing I have is a package that I got from a fellow YouTuber, the Captain Cummings. I'll leave his link in my description down there. But I was watching a YouTube video that Dark Avenger C86 posted a couple of weeks ago, in which he showed a couple of Venom comics from the miniseries that were glow in the dark, and I didn't know that those glow in the dark comics, even existed from Venom. And then I left a comment that I would now have to search for something else, and I guess the Captain Cummings saw my comment and then contacted me and said he had a couple extra copies of those glow in the dark comics, and if I liked them he would send them. And I said sure. And a couple days later, here they are in the mail. And that's these two right here, issue 1 and issue 2. Well, issue 1 is the glow in the dark. I won't be able to show you how it glows. I think there has to be a certain amount of light in order for it to be properly reflected. And then he also sent me this. I just wanted this glow in the dark one, but he also sent me number 2, which is kind of neat. And I just thought that was really, really good of that guy, the Captain Cummings, to send me that. I didn't ask or anything, and he just saw that I needed them, and he sent it to me. That's just a great YouTube community where people can do that for each other, So thanks again, Captain Cummings. I think his name, oh gosh, what is his name? Philip. I think his name is Philip. Thanks, Philip, for that. I appreciate that a lot. And next is a package I have to dedicate to, I don't know. I can't dedicate it to Ghost Critic because he doesn't like unboxing or unpackaging videos. So I guess I'll dedicate it to Howler Mouse, because this is a hardcover book that I ordered, and I can feel it inside this manila envelope. It's like it's not even protected or anything. So I hope it didn't get ruined. I mean, this is just unbelievable that they would send a book like that without any protection. It's a hardcover book. It gets banged around, and he just sends it in a manila envelope without any cardboard, to protect it at all. Yep. Well, here it is. He puts it in the bag. No protection, no cardboard protection. Well, you can see right there, got some damage up there that wasn't shown in the video, so that got ruined as a result of not being properly protected. I mean, look at that. Oh man, I tell you, that's just plain, it's ridiculous, stupid and lazy. Just stupid and lazy not to do that. But anyway, I didn't pay a lot for it, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but I'm never going to order from that guy again. I won't mention his name, but that's just ridiculous. So how can you send somebody a hardcover book like this? Just throw it into a manila envelope like that and send it out across the country. But this is a great book, In Search of Frankenstein. This guy here, I can't even pronounce his name right, but I'll let you look at that. That's the author right down there. And this was originally published, I think, in 1975, and he started a whole controversy, and now there's a lot of people that rethought their idea about Mary Shelley, being the sole creator of Frankenstein after reading this book. He shows a lot of evidence in here that suggests that she had gotten the idea from her trips down the Rhine River in Germany, where she would be only miles away from the castle Frankenstein, and the those large twin towers of the castle could be easily seen. And there's also records in the diaries and letters that they have from the Shelleys indicating that they did visit some of the inns and some of the villages around that area where the castle was. So I can just imagine her, the villagers in the inn telling stories to them about the castle and about what went on there, because there was an individual there by the name of Johann Conrad Dippel, who was born in the castle, and he was an alchemist, and it's very well documented, he performed soul transference on cadavers, and he tried to reanimate dead animals, and he would boil their skins and their tissue and bones, and claimed that he had created the elixir of life by doing that. He even at one point tried to sell the elixir of life to the owners of the castle in exchange for a bottle of it. I think he was a real whack job, but yeah, he was in trouble with the church all the time. He was even in prison for heresy for a while, but he did try to do a lot of those things that Mary Shelley reveals in her book, Frankenstein. But I think that's probably where she got the idea from. And maybe she did have a nightmare once. That's the story goes, that she was with Byron and Percy Shelley and Byron's doctor, Polidori, and they all got together one night to see who can write the best ghost story. And Mary Shelley, usually she came up with the idea of Frankenstein, she said, from a dream, which is kind of hard to believe. But if she did dream it, she probably had the nightmare because of the tales that were told to her by the villagers where she was visited. So anyway, you would have to, if you have an interest in that, check this book out. So that's about it. I forgot to mention that Mary Shelley traveled down the Rhine River towards that castle in 1814 and in 1816, and then published Frankenstein in 1818. So there's another curiosity there. But well, I think that's about all what I have for right now, and I just wanted to do a quick upload, and I should have another video ready pretty soon. And I'm thinking about doing my top 10 because I was tagged several weeks ago already. I'm a little bit late on that one, but I'll get it up there pretty soon, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.